Podge Collins of the famous Collins family, and the Isle of Man's Michael Osborne, who a lot of people are seeing as a potential danger man here on this night from the away corner. He comes into the ring on the back of a big upset win, and Podge Collins has his hands full.
Absolutely, Joe. Absolutely, and I believe he was a late replacement upon kind of Osborne, but I believe he even has some fans here with him, which you don't see too regular, especially not for the guy in the away corner who is expected to just be here to do a job.
No, there has been plenty of English accents around this stadium tonight between Michael Osborne and Josh Blencaron, who is fighting Tony McGlynn later. There are guys on the hunt for away wins, and this is, for all intents and purposes, the first real test of Podge Collins' career. He's coming into boxing with not a huge amount of background and experience. He's had 3 solid wins, but this is a guy who's coming to beat him.
Scheduled for 4 rounds. Please welcome first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks with the red trim. He weighed in officially 188.8 pounds. Tonight he makes his 4th professional appearance, fighting out of Douglas in the Isle of Man. Please welcome Michael Osborne. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks. He weighed in officially 200.9 pounds. He brings into this ring a perfect professional record, 3 wins and no defeats. Presenting Dublin's own Podge Collins. The referee, when the action begins, Corner Rockingham.
Alright, you go there. Okay, that's okay. Keep it clean, exercise all the times, and obey my commands. When I live, such goes. Back to fine.
Michael Osborne maybe a good half stone lighter than Podge Collins, but he towers over the Dubliner, and he was making that known there in that face-off, glowering down on the Dubliner.
Yeah, a very big man. We heard was 188 pounds, so he's a good bit below the cruiserweight limit, yet he's as big as any cruiserweight I've seen.
And he, as we were just alluding to earlier, he upset a heavyweight prospect only 2 weeks ago, gave up 4.5 stone in the ring there, but boxed the ears off debutant Tommy Hill. But I don't know if Tommy Hill came out with this level of aggression, because Podge Collins is instantly breaking through the defences there, and Michael Osborne's being forced to hold. As the short hooks of Podge Collins are doing damage early.
I think Podge may have watched the footage we've watched where Osborne works behind that jab and keeps his chin a little bit up, and he knows put it on him instantly and hopefully land the shot.
Nice short little uppercut. We have probably the last, or the most successful Irish heavyweight of the last 10-15 years, Niall Kennedy, in the corner for Podge Collins, who's telling his man just to bob and weave. Sort of probably similar heavyweights in the style of, weren't huge punchers either of them, but like body work and just a bit of fitness and that sort of aggression can really pay dividends.
A little bit more technical than most heavyweights. And I believe they have another half decent heavyweight out in that gym, some guy called Thomas Carty, I believe.
Come on, he's an active heavyweight though. No offence to Thomas.
No, absolutely.
That's a good right hand from Osborne, just in response to shipping a couple of shots. You'd be hesitant to say though that he's weathered the storm, because in this heavyweight cruiserweight division, a fight can change so quickly, but he is starting to come into it just a little bit.
Yeah, he's starting to look a little bit more comfortable. He looked on edge there now in the first kind of 30-40 seconds. But as again we see Podge Collins going for it here. Big right hand and a left hook.
And another left hook there as well.
But we see Osborne there kind of stand up and look down on Collins and let a little sharp right hand go.
He is very, very upright though, isn't he?
Yeah, that head is, he keeps his chin a little bit too high for my liking, and he'll just need to be very careful, because we see Podge Collins likes to throw those kind of shorter hooks when he gets in on top of him.
It's a very attractive target to Podge Collins, who isn't doesn't seem overawed by this step up.
No, but 2 nice jabs there from Osborne as well, so he'll have to keep his head moving. You know, when you're in with a bigger opponent like that who walks behind the jab, you just have to keep slipping. You have to make him have to work for it.
Good right hand. And these probably, to be honest, are the sort of fights that Podge Collins hasn't really experienced and probably is really enjoying.
Yep.
You pick up boxing when you're 8, you're having 15 to 20 competitive fights a year. Collins probably hasn't had that at all.
No, not at all. Absolutely not. That was an impressive round, a competitive round, albeit.
As is classic with JB promotion shows, it is a smaller than average ring, let's say, and that is definitely playing into Podge Collins' advantage here. I think Michael Osborne would have liked the original National Stadium ring.
He would have absolutely. As big as possible, I think, for a guy like Osborne. He keep throwing that big long jab and he just move and move and move.
But we can't overstate that this is a competitive fight. We did see on the replay there a couple of snappy right hands come in from our visitor, who will look to build a bit more momentum and a bit of a beachhead now in round number 2.
Yeah, and I suppose a very important fact here about the fight tonight is that Michael Osborne has 2 further fights lined up this year. He won't be looking to get stopped. He'll be looking to pick up a win here. You see, he landed 3 or 4 unanswered shots there, but Podge Collins is back on the front foot.
And a little shot into the body. But a good start from the Isle of Man fighter.
Yeah, it has, and Collins is coming back.
Oh, huge right hand. Big finish. And Porter Rockland correctly stops the contest. That is exactly what Podge Collins can do, and huge shot, because he was just starting to take a bit of leather from Michael Osborne, and it was a single right, big right overhand, and we saw the legs go completely, and Osborne just collapsed from under him.
Osborne doesn't look too bright now in the eyes there, and that he looks a little bit perplexed. I don't think he's aware of what's happened yet, so he may just need a couple of seconds to kind of reset himself and think, okay, I understand what happened there.
He's up though, he's sitting now in a stool, up conversing with the corner. All seems to be well. That is very impressive from Podge Collins, who felt the first bit of resistance.
We watch it back there, and you know the neck went limp, and he was unconscious for a split second by the looks of the camera angle now that we're looking at.
And Porter Octagon was correctly straight in, stopping that.
You know, we see Podge through an uppercut and then bang.
Yeah, gone. He didn't even attempt to throw as Osborne was going down. Like that, he was out.
Yeah,
he was out 6 feet in the air.
Very impressed by Podge Collins there, because as you said, Osborne was somewhat on top there at the start of the round, and I think Podge Collins read that and knew, okay, I need to show something here. And he's been working on that head movement, the way he moved forward there. He threw the uppercut through the middle to split the guard, and once it was split, he let that hook go. And that's something that he wouldn't have known when he turned pro.
And that's the sort of fight that you can panic in as well. You can start overthinking, but he didn't panic. He just kept going, kept throwing those short hooks, and one of them landed, and that's all you need in this division.
What a win for the guy who came down to the boxing club just to lose a bit of weight. Michael Osborne thankfully looking solid on his feet here now.